In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 21st, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. San Francisco Giants versus Atlanta Braves. The San Francisco Giants play the second of 4 games at Truist Park in Atlanta on Tuesday against the Atlanta Braves. San Francisco had its short 2-game winning streak snapped on Sunday when falling to the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3. San Francisco took an early 2-0 in the first inning but could not hold on. Jock Pederson had a pair of RBI for the Giants and Thairo Estrada homered for San Francisco. But the San Giants bullpen gave up a walk-off homer in the 9th. San Francisco is 37-28 and trails the front-running Los Angeles Dodgers by 3 games in the National League West. San Francisco has 3 pitchers on its injury list, as well as position players Steven Duggar and Lamonte Wade Jr. Atlanta snapped a 2-game losing streak when defeating the Chicago Cubs on Sunday 6-0 and avoided being swept in their 3-game series with Chicago after losing each of the first 2. Nevertheless, Atlanta has won 15 of the last 17 and climbed within 5 half games of the front-running New York Mets in the National League East. Atlanta has 5 pitchers on its injury list, as well as position players Ozzie Albies, Manny Pina and Eddie Rosario. The Braves are 8-0 in their last 8 road games. The Giants are 6-0 in their last 6 during Game 2 of a series. The Giants are 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a winning record. The under is 9-2 in the Giants' last 13 games. The under is 4-1 in the Giants' last 7 games against a right-handed starter. Atlanta lost 2 out of 3 to Chicago over the weekend, but the Braves had won 14 straight games prior to meeting Chicago and ended the series with a solid 6-0 win before heading home to host San Francisco. Braves starting pitcher Spencer Strider has pitched well in each of the last 3 outings, allowing 7 hits and 3 runs in 15 1/3 innings. Atlanta was victorious in each of those 3 starts. The Giants have struggled on the road when tagged as the underdog, losing 5 out of last 6 in that situation, and went on the road against a team with a winning record. San Francisco has lost 4 out of the last 5. This one is going to be tough for the Giants when you get down to it. The Atlanta Braves are too hot to bet against, and Spencer Strider has pitched out of his mind this season. In his last 31.1 innings, Strider has allowed 20 hits and 8 earned runs. Strider has a .161 allowed batting average through 44 innings this season, so the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. San Francisco entered Monday's game having seen the over post a 32-30-3 mark on the season. The Giants are 6th in runs per game going into Monday, as they average 4.86 runs per contest. That number drops slightly to 4.81 runs per game on the road. San Francisco's average total is 9.06 runs per game, a number that falls to 8.84 runs per contest as the visiting team this season. Atlanta entered Monday having seen the over post a 36-28-3 mark in their 67 games on the year. The Braves are tied for 7th in the majors in runs per game with 4.73 per contest, and that number climbs to 4.91 runs per game at home this season. Atlanta's average total on the year is 8.77 runs per contest, a number that climbs to 9.29 runs per contest based on their struggles slowing the opposition at home. With DeSclafani likely limited and the Braves clicking at the plate right now, look for this one to be a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Guardians versus Minnesota Twins. The Cleveland Guardians take on the Minnesota Twins in the first of a 3-game American League Central Series on Tuesday night. The Guardians give the nod to Aaron Seville. The Twins counter with Joe Ryan looking to rebound from a poor outing. The Twins lead the season series 2-1. Cleveland is 6-1 in their last 7 road games and 4-1 in their last 5 after a win. The Guardians are 16-5 in their last 21 overall. Meanwhile, the Twins are 2-5 in their last 7 Tuesday games and 13-5 1-3 in their last 16 after a loss. Minnesota is 1-4 in their last 5 versus the American League Central. The Twins have won 5 of their last 9 games and 3 of their last 5 home games. They have been on a roll offensively, scoring 14 runs in their last 3 games. They've crushed right-handed pitching, and they're facing a starter that has struggled on the mound, giving up 23 runs in his last 5 starts, and won't have trouble scoring in this game. The Guardians are also playing well at the moment, but they struggled offensively in recent games, scoring 8 runs in their last 3 games. Expect their offensive struggles to continue in this game because Ryan has done a great job on the mound for the Twins, especially at home where he has given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 1 run in his last start against the Guardians and will keep their offense in check once again. Ryan is coming off a sketchy start with 4 earned on 5 hits and a walk in 4.2 innings in Seattle. That said, he had a couple of good outings prior to that with 11.2 innings, 2 earned, 9 hits and 2 walks combined versus the Royals and Guardians. If Ryan can notch a quality start, Minnesota should be set up for a potential win in Game 1. So the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. The Guardians are averaging 4.56 runs per game and 4.47 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Twins, with Minnesota giving up 4.03 runs per game at home. The Guardians will hit their average in this game. The Twins are averaging 4.41 runs per game and 4.29 runs per game at home. They averaged 5.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Guardians. The Guardians and Twins played over the total in 3 of their last 5 meetings. The Guardians are consistently scoring, plating 4 or more runs in 7 out of their last 10 games, and they will contribute to this total. In addition, Minnesota has thrived against the Guardians pitching this season, scoring 17 runs in their 3 meetings against the rivals. They are especially dangerous at home where they have collected over 5 runs in 4 out of their last 5 games. The over is also 4-1 in the Twins' last 6 home games. With Cleveland giving up 4.19 runs per game on the road, the Twins will score enough runs to push the score. I expect a barrage of runs over the projected total as our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Texas Rangers. The Philadelphia Phillies travel to Texas on Tuesday to take on the Rangers in an interleague clash. The Phillies are one of the hottest teams in baseball and have climbed back into the division hunt and playoff contention with their play over the last 3 weeks. The Rangers are in 3rd place in the American League West, comfortably behind the front-running Astros. The pitching matchup on Tuesday night will be righty Kyle Gibson of the Phillies versus veteran lefty Martin Perez of the Rangers. Philadelphia is 7-1 in their last 8 road games and 15-3 in their last 18 games overall, while the over is 8-1 in their last 10 games as a road underdog. Texas is 2-6 in their last 8 home games and 19-7 in their last 26 games against the National League East, while the under is 10-2 in their last 13 games against a team with a winning record. The Rangers are coming into this game with their ace on the mound and will look to get a much-needed win. Martin Perez has allowed 2 runs or fewer in 4 of his last 5 starts, but did have an outing where he allowed 6 earned runs to the White Sox over 5 innings. Philadelphia is starting Kyle Gibson, who has allowed 9 runs in his last 17.1 innings pitched. I get why you look at the Phillies here, as they've been playing some solid ball as of late. However, the Rangers haven't been all that bad, as while they had issues closing out their series against Detroit, they've had solid battles and, for whatever reason, find a way to win games with Martin Perez pitching. Philadelphia is playing very good baseball right now, but I am siding with the Rangers at home with Perez on the mound, so the Texas Rangers money line is our full game side pick. Analyzing a total between these 2 teams is rather interesting, but it's difficult to go against the most profitable team for overs this season. That team would be the Phillies, and it doesn't take long to see why. They are in the top 5 in terms of both team OPS and runs scored. It certainly helps that Schwarber is among the league leaders for home runs and Harper for runs batted in. Philly also added Nick Castellanos in the offseason for these situations to take down great pitchers. Still, the Rangers allowing the league's lowest scoring team to produce 21 runs in 2 games is very concerning. As for Texas offense, they still had Corey Seager and Adolis Garcia lead the way in scoring against the Tigers. Obviously, it wasn't enough for wins, but they still scored 7 runs in 2 of the 3 games. Given that the Phillies seem to always need work when it comes to their bullpen, both sides can help this game go over the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video. whether you agree or disagree with them. So leave a comment down below and do let us know.